Okay, so if one survivor's game wasn't enough, here we have a second one. This is Blast Head. And like the previous game, it's a Vampire Survivors style roguelike game. Now, I'm not going to lie, I actually preferred the previous game to this one, just because I like the pixel art aesthetic. But I definitely think you should give this one a try because it is way harder than any of the other games I've played tonight. You're going to get absolutely destroyed playing this game. So if you're one of those players that wants a steep challenge, then this is definitely the one for you. Now, in addition to that, there's also a really cool rune system in the game I wanted to show you, and you have a limited amount of slots, and you place the runes in a different order. So you can see here the ones I've got. I'm gonna clear out all my runes, and you can see you've got different runes here, and some of them are quality of life, but like auto aim if you wanna be lazy. You've got auto fire. So if you want, you could put these in, and basically you wouldn't have to do anything at all. You can just sit and chill, and the game will play itself pretty much. I'm not a big fan of that, but I like the fact this is something that I really want in more of these Vampire Survivors style games. The option to have auto aim on or off. So I love the developers actually giving us the option to do either. The other thing you can do is have some stuff like dash. Obviously dash, for me, you need it. XP, that's a really good one. What I'm running with at the moment is a couple of XP updates along with the ability to dash. I can chuck some extra weapon tokens in. I actually unlocked this one last night, so yeah, I've really been enjoying this game. Let's go and try. Let's go with the classic, a good old hammer, and a pot for a hat. Our character's partial to a bit of pot. Oh, that's quite loud. Let me. Okay, that's better. Let's go and pick up range. That's still on the loud side. I don't like the sound for the crystals. Is it just me? That sounds rather jarring. I'm just going to turn it down a bit more. Yeah, there's not much I can do about that sound. The sound of the crystals dropping or when you pick them up. It's quite loud. But honestly, that's one of the few bad things I can say about this game. It's the sound design. And it seems to be something that's prevalent in a lot of these games, but it's just because it hurts my ears. I don't know if it's just me, but that sound of the crystal is really jarring. Let me just see if I can... I mean, I've turned this right down. See, I've got this down like nearly to nothing, and it's still that crystal sound. Yeah, that crystal pickup sound, it's the sound of you picking up the crystals. It hurts my ears. I don't know if that's just me, but I think for me that's kind of the major issue with the game. It doesn't make it unplayable, but I'm not going to lie, it was one of those things I I found myself immediately comparing this game to Second Stellar, just because the sound design in Second Stellar with the softer music and the more manageable sounds kind of pushed it above this one. But the good thing is it can be easily fixed. But did you hear that sound? Again, it would be interesting. I know we don't have a lot of people in the chat, but it would be interesting to see if anyone else has that same problem. Maybe it's just a me problem. Yeah, it hurts my ears. That high pitched ting of the crystals. And I think it's mainly because I can't turn it down, and I can't turn it off. And that sound triggers for every single crystal you pick up. I'll take bonus HP and meteors. Oh, see, it hurts my ears. It really does. Maybe some other players, it's not a problem for them, but for me, it's kind of a quality of life thing. Like, if the developers do nothing else from this stream, if they fix that sound problem, I will be very happy. Also, whenever you get an upgrade in this game, you know if you're moving in a direction, it will actually, the game will stop you and reset, so you'll have to actually release your hand from the keyboard and then press the direction you want to go again. So I'm holding it down. See, look. So I had to release my hand from the keyboard and then press it again. Now, you might be wondering, oh, no, it's not a big deal. But in a game where you die in a couple of hits, most of the damage I'm taking is because of that issue. Because you'll notice I take a ton of damage after I pick up after I get one of those pop-up windows. Oh, also that's not great. Like, I do like this game, but I think it has a lot of little niggly problems that I wish they would address. Also, it's really odd. There's no health in this game, or if there is, they're very, very, very rare. Also, the enemy's hitbox, they actually don't need to collide with you to damage you. I'm not really a big fan of that. And also, it seems that enemies' hitboxes, where they can hit you, is extremely generous on their ends. Like, sometimes I'll be walking past an enemy, and I won't have even made contact with them, and I'll still be able to get a hit in on me. Feels a bit unfair. Oh, damage, and if you get any ranged abilities, anything that increases the range of your attack, take it. So these guys are getting a hit on me, and it makes me almost always default to the ranged attacker because the hitbox is being a little bit buggy, to be honest. Like, an enemy won't even make physical contact with me and that'll be enough to hit me. Like, I really want to like this game, but the sound, the crystal sound, and some of the other issues, it does drop this game down a bit, in my opinion. But the good thing is, I mean, these are all issues that are easily fixed. Like, they need... I would either A, remove the crystal sound from the game, or B, reduce its sound effect by about 60%. Let's go damage. Whoops, I don't even need... I also am not a big fan of that. Sometimes the menus will pop up and you can accidentally click on them. Now you may wonder what I mean. If I'm attacking and one of these menus comes up, if you're clicking the mouse button and one of these menus come up, you'll accidentally select one of these options. So when this menu pops up, there's no cooldown time. So you can as the menu comes up, before you can even see the card, you can actually select the card and then accidentally pick something that you don't want. Which is, I mean, it's not a huge deal, but it is very frustrating. And like a lot of these issues I'm describing are like little things if the game didn't rely on you having split-second reaction time. Which in this game, you know, if a couple of hits can kill you, especially if you're like a magic user class, you can't afford to have that happen. So again, that was the keyboard locking up on me because of the level up. And that, oh, crystal sound, it hurts. Oh, I wasn't paying attention and I died. I went to look at the chat. I was gonna, what I was going to ask was if anybody else had watching the stream, although unfortunately it's a quiet stream tonight, so I can't ask anyone. Oh, good, new character. Nice. It looks like Gene Simmons. Let's go with a slingshot, shall we? Actually, I've got some rune points. Can I... Apparently I got runes. Can I unlock this? Oh, it must be automatic. You collect the rune shards and it automatically unlocks these as you go. So I'm not a big fan of that. I'd like to be able to pick the upgrades I want to unlock and work towards them. Yeah, it sounds like I'm kind of poo-pooing on this game, but that's not the case. It's just it's got a couple of issues which I understand are probably more my issue than anything else, and it would be nice to see what other people think, but it's just the sound design is the main thing. Like that crystal pickup sound, it hurts my ears. Like it's quite, yeah. It's quite drastic for me. Oh, there we go. Okay, we've got multiple pickups now. More experience. Let's go, baby. Ooh. I like that. Armor-piercing slingshot. I don't know what this guy's using. Maybe he's got, like, depleted uranium or something. That might explains the crystals. I don't know. There is a couple of issues with this. But they're not issues that, they're not issues that can't be easily fixed with a bit of time from the devs. It's, yeah, see, when you run through a bunch of those crystals, I can feel it, like, in my... It almost hurts my... You know when you hear something and it kind of almost hurts your teeth rather than your ears? But it just, I'm almost like grinding my teeth every time I'm hearing that crystal pickup sounds. Oh, critical hit chance, yes. Yeah, see that sound. Oh, too loud. Oh, see, I didn't even mean that. I didn't even mean that. I was firing the slingshot, and that screen came up, and I just selected something. So usually they give you like a second when the screen pops up, and I know that I don't want to take you out of the action, but there are so many times I've accidentally, because there's no cooldown, this screen pops up, it's halfway through loading, and I'm just clicking attack, and then I've selected something that I don't even want. So it's not like, it's not one massive error, but it's just like enough little errors that it's, after a while, it's quite noticeable. Your bonus projectiles, let's go. Now we're talking. Oh, reload time. Yep. Multi-shots. Oh yeah, look at that. It's not a slingshot, it's a sling chain gun. More movement speed. See what I mean? So what happens is, after I select something, it locks me in place, and it takes like a half second for me to start moving again. And this is something that's in a lot of these type of games. If you're moving in a direction, if I'm moving left, so let's say I'm moving up, right? The upgrade screen comes up, and then my character, even though I'm still pressing up, stops moving, and then I have to release the up arrow or the W key and then press it again, which means I lose half a second every time you hit one of these screens. So I'm holding left now. Let's see what happens. It's working this time. Okay. But whenever you hit that upgrade screen, it means that the enemy, just every time I get an upgrade, they're getting a free hit on me. Well, maybe not every time, but it happens enough to be a problem. It happened there, I just dodged out of the way, because I knew it was going to pop up. Ooh, reroll tokens, thank you. Let's go snowball. Oh, see? Again, I didn't want to do that. It just popped up again. So annoying. It's so annoying. Just keeps doing it to me every single time. And I feel like I'm getting penalized for a bug. I'm either going to die or I'm going to get this. There we go. That movement speed upgrade's what I want. Why would you select that? It seems like it's not going up. Ooh, yeah. You almost always want to go for any skill that has the rare or legendary stats. It feels like I'm using a machine gun, not a slingshot now. Yeah, level ups are harder to come by now. Probably because we're such high level. Got a nice high speed maneuver. Oh, 7 projectiles. Let's go. Oh, this is crazy now. Look at this. The Sling Gatling Gun. I own a slingshot for home defense, just like the founding fathers intended. This is the furthest I've ever made it. Let's go, baby. I'm not even aiming now, I'm just spraying in their direction. To be fair, that's all I kind of need. Oh, freeze, yes. So I can freeze it. I'm getting good at like releasing my hand off the keyboard and then hitting it again every time I have an upgrade. I'm not quite perfect, but I'm getting it more consistently now. Let's just get the health. Oh yeah. Attack speed. Let's go. Oh, that's a lot of ranged attackers. Let's kill a limp. This is so easy when you're not a warrior. 2 frost stacks, yes please. That really hurt. That was probably not worth it. I'm probably going to die soon. I'm going to die anyway. There's no point getting more health. I actually like this ranged class. It seems like being a warrior in this game is pointless with all the current bugs in the game. And I'm not talking about the ones flying towards me, obviously. Also, with enemies spawning sometimes, you'll actually walk right into them. Like, they'll spawn right on top of you. There's no minimum range. That enemy just popped up right next to me. Let's do one more run. I'll try this weapon. And I'll get my fedora. I can be a Reddit moderator. Ugh, not a fan of this class. Obviously, like a summoner. That is a horrendous skill. I don't know how this is going to work. You're giving me some weapons. Yeah, this is terrible. That's what I mean. Like this character class is the worst, especially with enemies that can felt me. They don't even need to be right next to me. They can just hit me. Let's try explosive spheres. Yeah, this is probably the worst character class I've played. He's definitely unbalanced. Also, like, I'm taking damage when enemies aren't even near me. Like, the hitbox for your character seems to be very inconsistent. Oops, sphere. Yep. Oh, it's not a rotating sphere. It's a sphere that spawns on the level. Yeah, I don't know. This game definitely needs some balancing. And the main thing is because there's so many other games that's similar to this, like the game that we previously just played. So if a developer's going to produce one of these games, given there's like I get like 4 or 5 of these a week. So oh, see, I didn't even mean that. I didn't even mean that. It just came up straight away, and I selected instead of trying to attack. Yeah. It's not great. It's not great. Ooh, I'll take a healing sphere. Thank you. They've offset the fact that this character's so terrible by allowing them to heal themselves, because you know that your character's bad when you need a healing ability to offset their crappy skills. Bro, this is the worst character in the game. For shizzle. Like, there's no point having a healing sphere because I have to get hurt to use it. Whenever I get these upgrades, I have to wait for it to pop up. I mean, the other skills, these secondary skills are quite good. It's just that your primary skill is bloody terrible. Like, what's the point of having a skill that gives you healing if you have to get yourself busted up to use it? And the heal effect is so pathetically small. I just watched my health bar. Look, it is probably not even 1% of my health. Bro. Oh, see, I didn't even mean that. Bro. I do like this game, but it's got... It needs a lot of work. A lot of work. And I don't know if it's going to be able to compete against some of the other games. And I know it's probably not the developer wanting to hear, but the problem is when you have a game of this type and the market is so saturated with similar games, you can't afford to have bugs like this. Especially if you're asking for people's hard-earned money. And if it was just 1 or 2 bugs, I'd just write it off. But because it's a ton of them at once, oh, it's not great. I'm gonna die with this guy because the crappy enemy hitboxes. So an enemy doesn't need to actually collide with you to hit you. They just have to be standing next to you. Which in a game like this, like look at that, that guy barely clipped me. Okay, that's slightly better, but with this many enemies, I've got no hope of staying inside that sphere. I have to keep moving. Oh, see, I didn't even mean that. Bro. You gotta lock it for a second to give me the chance to make a selection. Like, and that's better. This skills makes things a little bit more manageable. I'm still gonna die because I'm getting felted by these guys. Yeah, it is such a small amount of healing that it is, look at that, 0.1 per second. So I get not even 1% of my health, it's 1,000th of my health back in a second, which is just pathetic. Like, I took more damage from staying in that sphere to heal myself than I did, than I would have just not using it. Oh damn, dead straight away. I don't know what killed me then, but we'll assume it was something that was dodgy. Let's do one more run. Yeah, it may seem like I'm being harsh on this game, but like I said, there's so many games out there that are with this Vampire Survivors style. Like, you know, I could point to a dozen games I've played in the last few months, and the fact that this game has all of these little niggly issues and it just doesn't play as smoothly as others, I think it's really gonna hurt. Like, just then, after I got that update, I wasn't standing still on purpose. Your character, like I said, you have to release the button. So if I'm pressing W to go up, when I go into that screen, I'm locked in place, and then I have to release W and then press it a second time. So I was going to do it again. Let's see if we... Yep, so I have to release it and press it, and now I can move. Now, you might, like I said it before, like some people will be like, oh, well, it's nothing, something like half a second. The problem is, in this game, half a second is an eternity. Especially when you have a limited health pool, so something like that can break your run. And in fact, it has broken my run, so, you know? Oh, dash cooldown. Don't mind if I do. Now we're talking. Oh, see, I didn't even mean that. I didn't even know what I selected. The loading, I was attacking, and then the screen came up, and I was held the mouse button down. So I'm not selecting something. I'm holding the mouse button down to attack. And if I'm holding the mouse button down, it will just select something for me. So I was lucky then. I didn't do it. Let's go with... But you could see it just kept happening. And the first few times, I thought it was me. I'm like, well, maybe it's just me. I'm not playing this game very well. But when the screen pops up, I have to very quickly take my hand off the mouse just to make sure I'm not going to accidentally select something I don't want, which is, it's not great. It's not great. Ironically, the mage might actually be the best class to use. That I'm getting some really good. Ooh, 48% critical damage. Yes. Yeah, this is definitely the best class. Oh yeah, with this mana shield, he's the goat. This is definitely the most powerful class, but I think that kind of raises another issue that the game's not, like, the classes aren't balanced. And granted, like, in this game, that's a common occurrence, but the problem is there's the laundry list of other issues on top. Now look at this guy, he's a beast with this magical wand. Movement speed. See, again, that was me getting felted by the game. I was moving. I had my mouse button, my hand on the dub key to move up, and then when I get the upgrade, the game's just like, no, now you need to press it again. Like I said, if this was a turn-based strategy game or a casual clicker game, this wouldn't even be a problem. But this is a game where you need to be constantly moving, so that means that every time there is an upgrade, then I run the risk of being killed. And it's not like I can not get the upgrades. Whoop, again, I just pulled my hand off the mouse quick enough to stop. I would have accidentally hit this. Yeah, it's not great. This is definitely the weapon to get. So I got full health again because I've got mana shield with this guy. That's why. The mana shield's doing all the heavy lifting for me. Oh, those charging guys do all the damage. Look, they take a quarter of your life. Also, there's no iframes when you get hit, so enemies can just repeatedly hit you. That's why I was insta-killed before, because the enemies, a bunch of those charges just hit me one after another, and because I don't have any iframes, I'm dead on the spot. 3 beams. Can I get more beams? No. Oh, health, don't mind if I do. Oh, if I slam the dodge key right after I get the upgrade, that seems to negate that problem. At least some of the time. It's not really a guaranteed fix, but it's as close as we're going to get. We're doing it though. The mage seems to be the ticket out of here. But then that kind of plays into what I was saying about the game balance being off. The age-old question, warrior versus mage. In this case, it's the mage every time. Yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm just slamming the dodge key and hoping that'll get around the problem. It's not ideal, but it seems to work. When the game forces you to be stationary, if you just slam the dodge button and any random direction, it'll break it. Okay, attack speed. We're getting some good upgrades. Oh my god, how am I going to dodge? That would have killed me for sure. Oh god, I'm nearly dead. That one attack nearly killed me. So you like the character has no iframes. You can be insta-killed by enemies. You can't tell me that's by design. That's not by design. That's just poor design. I mean, so what do we? Hey, Frost, how you going, man? I didn't see. I was concentrating on the game. How you been? Yeah, there's a lot of issues here. So to go through them, you've got the sound design with the sound for the crystals being picked up, because it kind of hurts my ears. It's quite jarring. The character being locked in place whenever you pick up a upgrade. The upgrade system, sometimes if you're holding down the mouse button, you'll accidentally select an upgrade that you don't want. You've got the system where you basically get locked into place every time you go into the upgrade screen, and just the game's balance being kind of all over the place, with some character classes being useless. Also, finally, the enemy hitboxes seem to be very uncharitable. So yeah, there's a lot of issues in this game. Now the good thing is that they're small issues I think that can be fixed. But the reason why I'm being so I guess so exacting on this is because the survivors genre is currently saturated with games. So if a game's going to compete in the market right now, it really needs to be a cut above the rest. So hopefully, I mean, when developers give me these games, in some cases I approach them as a gamer, but the other case I'm approaching as a software tester, and I'm basically looking for bugs, looking for UI, quality of life issues, stuff like that. And oh, okay. Oh, no worries, Frost. Sorry, I was giving my thoughts on this game. Thank you for dropping in. I don't know if you saw it, but yeah, I hit affiliate after our last stream on Saturday. So thanks for joining me for that. Not going to be too much of a change with the way things are set up on the channel, but I just wanted to say thanks for coming along for the ride. We'll be doing our usual thing on Saturday. I'll have to have a look. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what a difference it's going to make. I'm not going to be loading up, ads and stuff. I don't know if I'll. I mean, I seem to get a lot of people asking me about bits. So I might just set that up. But honestly, I'm not really too fussed. I'm not doing this for money. It's not going to replace my day job. I kind of do it to hang out with you guys. So, and I think for that purpose, we've been largely successful. I've got a pretty big friend group now that we hang out with. But yeah, I just want to say thanks. I'll let you go to bed anyway. I hope you have a good sleep. I'll catch you during the week. I don't know what I'll be doing later this week. I think I'm in the office this week, so I might not be around as much as I'd like. But yeah, I just wanted to say yeah, good to see you, man. Now I've got one more game I wanted to try. And I'm going to be honest, this game also has its issues, but every time I get a game, I try to cover it, and that's why I tried to cover these ones tonight, because I've got some bigger ticket items on Friday. But these little indie games, the little 1-2 person development teams, I still try to cover because I get sent a lot of them, and I don't want to become a streamer where I'm only covering games if a development team's above a certain size, and a game's a certain amount of I suppose a certain amount of reputation. I still want to cover games that are small and relatively unknown, so that's why I still always make sure to cover a couple of these. So I hope if the developer sees this, feel free to reach out to me. I hope you take it. As I say, with every game that I may be critical of, you take it with the spirit that's offered to improve the product. And yeah, we're going to move on to the last game for the evening.